Hi guys, I'm just filming this one on my phone because it's not going to be too long. So we're looking at the opposite side of a PCB from inside a Motorola GM350. This is out of a 128 channel LCD fronted version and not my 4-channel non-LCD version that I use on 4 meters. This one is actually a VHF one. It came to me dead on arrival. It was sold as untested, so I kind of expected that. So I'm having a look at the board. This is the side of the board you don't normally see without removing it, and that took some removing. So I've got things here that couple onto the chassis, like that's the power output transistor there. I'm not sure what this is because there doesn't appear to be anything on the other side. I'm going to hazard a guess the VCO's in there. Some crystals down here, and well, they crystal filters. Oh, those ones got 3 legs on, so I think they're crystal filters. There's a crystal down there. Those look like there might be ceramic filters. I'm not immediately seeing any distressed components. You might be able to see that better than me because you're looking at it in 4K, especially you guys with the big screens. Because I can't see anything that looks out of the ordinary on that side of the board. I'm going to grab it by the connector on the back and gently rotate it. So that's the side of the board that you guys will have all seen before in the previous video where I took the lid off my 4-meter version. I did not take the board out. This board has had to come out because I need to investigate why it might be dead. The front of it is just over the other side of the bench. It's got the mic plugged in at the moment. So I'll unplug the mic because I don't need the mic in it. The mic's from the 4-meter set. So that's what the front of that looks like. It's a bit grubby, but... And I've obviously had to take that off to have a look at that as well. And I've had a look at it and I can't see anything immediately wrong with it. And that's what's on that side of the board of the front panel. And I'm still not seeing anything that looks untoward that might stop that from functioning. Some components just under there as well where the speaker is. The speaker's just over the top of that, and I believe that's how it's meant to go. So I'll put that to one side. I'm just going to pause while I actually take that apart. Okay, so this is the board for the front panel PCB on the 128 channel versions. So I've got on this side LEDs, carbon contacts and zebra strips, which I'm not a big fan of. Zebra strips are for the display. And on the back we've got this big chip that runs the show here. And another chip there, I'm not sure what it does. There's a transistor type component there. Some resistors, a lot of surface mount. So even though these radios are getting on a bit, they are from that era when surface mount started to become quite prominent. Although, so it's quite well constructed. I have to say, getting that main board out was a challenge because you can see the heatsink compound and there's 2 metal clips, one next to the antenna connector and one next to the power connector, which you've got to take off in order to get the board out. I think they actually couple the board and the connectors to the chassis. So 3 items that were gooped with this heatsink compound. Transistor, this piece of metal here, I'm not quite sure what it's for, because on the opposite side of that, if I flip this board over again, and where that was, there's 2 holes there. There doesn't appear to be anything there apart from this white component here, which I have absolutely no clue what that is. So I don't think I've ever seen one of them before, because I don't recognise it in a surface mount package. But quite well put together, typical Motorola. All I've got to do is find out why it's not powering up. It could be bricked, in which case it's a good source for a spare output transistor for another one, and also spare front panel, if that front panel's alright. So it could be the front panel, I don't know. So I'm going to do some further tests on it and see if I can actually get it going. But that won't be now because it is about 8 o'clock at night and I've not been very well today, so I've had to rest. I only came in here now to do this because I just thought about it and I thought I'd have a look and see if there's anything I can do, which, given the fact it's surface mount, I have absolutely no idea where to start.